Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Crystal Goddess. I'm Lara de-Leuw, and today we're going to be talking all about crystals for change. It's been a bit of a weird, I'm going to say year. The whole year's just been weird. It's just been weird. It's been bananas. We've been in a pandemic, which doesn't seem to want to go away, and it has caused a lot of change for a lot of people. I, for one, ended up losing pretty much all of my work overnight as soon as lockdown started, because obviously I do presenting and I do acting, and well, that industry kind of went nope. The presenting side, everything kind of went down to brass tacks, and people aren't using freelancers. Production started to shut down on the acting side of things. Things are only just starting to kind of open up and move forward. So I've also seen quite a few friends who've kind of gone through losing their job and having to find alternatives in work as well. So there's been a lot of change, and we are probably going to be getting a lot more change as well. Who knows? So I thought maybe this might be a nice episode to help with those changes that are being made, because change can be quite drastic and it can be quite dramatic, and it can be quite hard for us to deal with. I know that I've gone through several changes over the years that were not expected changes, and it takes a lot. It's almost like a grieving process. If something comes to an end that you love and you want to continue, it's quite hard then to let it go, and you do go through kind of a grieving process. So if you are experiencing this right now during this strange time, then I feel for you, I care, and I want to help. And the only way I can think of doing that is to actually to give these stones of change, to give a bit of solidarity, and to give a bit of, even if it's just to hold them in your hands and to just know that everything comes to an end and everything is in transition. Nothing is static in life. So we have to move with things. We have to go with the flow. And the good thing about that is that nothing is permanent. So whatever you're feeling right now, they say time is the kind of the greatest healer. And I think more than anything, it's because things keep changing and things keep changing. So this episode is stones for change. And I've actually got 6. I normally do 5, but I've got 6. And the first one I want to talk to you about is, it's a nice one, it's an unusual one, and there's a very specific reason why I want to bring it to you, to the table, and that is obsidian. So obsidian is a natural glass, it's formed volcanically, but what you might not know is that it can be extremely dangerous. One of the first tools used, and one of the sharpest tools that you can use, is obsidian once it's cut into shards. So it can be sharper than a knife. Now I'm not saying go and get obsidian shards, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is obsidian is a great symbolic stone for cord cutting. And sometimes when change happens, we don't allow those cords to be cut when they need to be cut, and we hang on to the past and we hold on to it with both hands clinging. I've done it myself, but with both hands clinging, not wanting to let go, and it just makes it worse. It just means the pain keeps going. It just means you cannot let go, and it will not allow you to move forward. So obsidian, for me, if you can get yourself a beautiful little tumbled obsidian, no sharp edges, please, no sharp edges, but a little tumbled obsidian, and if you can sit and meditate with that, and I will bring you a cord cutting meditation at some point in the near future. I think that might be a nice one. If not, Doreen Virtue has got a cord cutting meditation, guided meditation on one of her CDs, so if you have a look for that. And there are other various, if you do type in to your search engine cord cutting meditations, I'm sure you'll find one. But it's great to just sit with obsidian, because it is such a strong healer. It's such a strong, powerful stone. I mean, if you think about it, it has gone through one of the most dramatic changes. It has gone through the process of the volcanic activity, of the lava coming out to the surface, of super cooling, and being supercooling so quickly and having the change happen so quickly that it has not been allowed to crystallize. That's why it's a natural glass. It doesn't have a crystal structure. It's amorphous. So it's had one of the most dramatic, I want to say life-changing events, and it's had to adapt. So Obsidian would be my #1 go-to with change. Then Amazonite. If you remember in a previous episode I said Amazonite is one of those kind of key core stones that you need to get in your life, into your kit. Amazonite is definitely one because it's full of hope, it's full of success, it's a crystal for abundance, it's a crystal for courage, inner courage, and when change happens we kind of need that, don't we? And for truth as well, which kind of brings me to my next one, which is another one of my key core stones, and that's kyanite. So if you're moving through with changes in your life, one thing is that you can feel overwhelmed and you can start listening to other people and lose your sense of truth and identity and start not knowing what you're doing. So kyanite is a truth stone. It's also associated with the throat chakra as well, so you can start speaking your truth. And it's great because it gives you that ability to realize what you actually want in your life and to allow you to say, nope, not happy with this. This is where I want my life to go. This is what I want to be doing. So kyanite is my next one. So that's 3 out of the 6. So we've got Obsidian, we've got Amazonite, and we've got kyanite. The next one is labradorite. It's a stone associated with magic. It's a stone associated with the sages and with serendipity, and also with connecting you to universal energies and connecting you to source and allowing you to find your kind of your reason for being here, you know, your soul purpose. So it allows you to start to delve deep and find actually, why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? And it's a great one because you've got that a wonderful display of colours over the surface. If you have a really great one, especially if you get Madagascar labradorite, they have the most amazing colour. And if you're lucky enough to get scapolite, oh, so good, the colour is so good. But it gives you the kind of the rainbow effect, the spectrum of colour, which is really nice because nothing's black and white in this life. Everything is colour, and we should live our life in full colour. And if you're wanting to find out your soul purpose and your reason for being here, what better stone to do it than one that's associated with magic, it's associated with source, it's associated with all these kind of wonderful, wonderful things. So kyanite will help you to speak your truth. Labradorite might very well help you to find it. So that is my #4. I'm then going to say, if we've got all these changes going on, sometimes we kind of can feel lost, I suppose. And I know that I've gone through this lockdown having lost work and not knowing what's gonna be around the corner and panicking and kind of jumping into my matrix, having all these horrible thoughts going on and these horrible panics, and I've had lots of panic attacks and various like moments of ooh. And what we really need in times like this is something to ground us. So my next crystal is going to be hematite. Hematite is often associated with the base chakra. I particularly use it for the base chakra because it's a very grounding stone. If you ever feel hematite, it's not just the weight of the stone, but it's that, if you feel it, you'll know. So if you've never felt hematite, you might think this sounds kind of strange, but it has a pull. It has like it almost feels like gravity. It feels like it pulls you in. There's that really strong sense of magnetism when you get hematite, and it kind of pulls and it draws, and that's the grounding that we need in times like this. When change goes on and things are all over the place, grounding is really important. So if you can't get any of the other stones, hematite for me would be the one key stone, because that will ground you, that will help you to keep a sense of your space and realize that what's going on outside of you don't have control over, so it doesn't matter. You just got to focus on you. You've got to focus on the now. doesn't matter about what's going to happen tomorrow. It doesn't matter about what happened in the past, because the past is gone. What matters is now. And hematite's a really great stone for that. And then finally, I should have started it with this one really, tanzanite. Tanzanite is the stone for new beginnings and new life, and often it's given to mothers when they've just given birth or are just about to give birth, because it's that kind of representation of new life. It's full of hope, it's full of optimism, it's got a great vibrational quality and a great joyful element to it that you can't help but smile when you look at it. It's a brilliant one. Now I could have chosen citrine, but I think actually tanzanite for me in this instance, because it's got, again, like citrine has that quite a sharp, harsh, we're doing it, everything's amazing, life is fantastic, yeah. Tanzanite's a bit kinder than that, and it's still got that get up and go, but it has that motherly nurturing quality to it. And the fact that it's trichroic if it's natural, and then you've got the it's completely gone, the double colour, it's trichroism, dichroic, 2 colours if it's heated. So you've got that kind of, that beautiful subtle change between the purples and the blues, and it kind of emanates the ebb and flow of life. And right now we're in a really weird situation, and you're not alone. If you're feeling really horrible about things, you're not alone. It's been tough for a lot of us. But if you want to have some crystals to kind of help you with this time period, then those are my 6. Amazonite, hope. Labradorite, which is to help you find your purpose. Kyanite, to help you speak your truth. Hematite, to ground you and to kind of block everything else out, I suppose. Tanzanite, because it's got that nurturing quality and kind of will help you to move through things and go with the flow. And then obsidian, to cut the cords, because sometimes you kind of need to cut the crap, cut the stuff that doesn't matter and let it go. There's no point floating down the river on a boat wondering why your boat is only going at 2 miles an hour when it's a speedboat, and you look behind you and realise it's because you're still tied all the way back to the shore with so much junk and garbage and all the kind of trash that you've been carrying around for years. It's better to just cut those cords and to start afresh. So obsidian is my stone for that. And I will give you, I'll do a cord cutting meditation with you at some point as well, if you would like it. So those are my 6 crystals to help you move through change, and change is something that at this moment in time is very inevitable. So my heart is with you. I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're keeping safe during all of this. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to be here with you. If you've got any comments, please do leave them below. I try to answer as many as I can. And if you have any requests for any videos you'd like in the future, please do let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and click the bell icon as well. I think that tells you when I post, which hopefully will be more frequently now. So thank you for joining me. It has been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you next time on The Crystal Goddess.